Hi there, this is Fritz Skinner, and this morning we're talking about shooting a basketball. In this video I want to talk about cleaning up an exercise that will help clean up the release of the shot. The exercise is called on the backs. I think most players and coaches are aware of it. But the reason that cleaning up your release is important is that it is the most critical part of accuracy when you're shooting a basketball. Making the basketball go where we want it to go, making the shape of your shot what you want the shot to be, all of that is your release. And this exercise is fantastic because it's convenient. All you need is a ball and a little space. You don't need a rim to shoot this. And there's some really nice variations that can help you train some great habits and also diagnose some shot habits that may be detrimental. So with that, let's get into the exercise. The first is the standard variation. This is the one I think most players and coaches are familiar with. We lay on our back and we shoot the basketball up to a spot on the ceiling or up in the sky. A couple of comments though before we get going. Just make sure that you have good balance on your shooting hand. I'm a right-handed shooter. Hand is nice and relaxed. You can see for me I have a J in there. It's sitting essentially in the middle of the ball. The three most important fingers in the release are these three. So everything the hand balances, but then these three fingers are the important ones as you follow through the ball and it leaves your hand. Guide hand should be on the side and it should be nice and relaxed and helping stabilize the ball, keep it secure in pocket. And so with that, we simply lay on our back. Nice easy push with the elbow, nice easy follow through, and the ball should generally come back down to us. That's on the backs, that's the standard form of this. Now a couple of variations that I like to use that really focus in on certain aspects of the shot. And the first one we want to talk about is an overactive guide hand. Sometimes you'll see people, younger players or older players, shoot two-handed, or their guide hand wants to get involved and put rotation on the ball. This drill can help calm down that guide hand and make sure it plays a role in just stabilizing the ball, keeping it on balance, and letting the shooting hand dominate the shot. So the first one is called OTB rocks. OTB rocks. So you just make a fist with your guide hand. It goes on the side of the ball. It really challenges the balance on the shooting hand. And now we lay down and shoot. Catch it. Make sure we have a fist, put that on the side of the hand, take that up to shot. Stills, you want to come around here? You can see the fist. And again, this is going to force your shooting hand to dominate the shot and really drive that accuracy. And that balance on your hand, I think, is going to help your targeting and your accuracy. Now, as you get more and more comfortable with the fist, then you can move to what we call peel, OTB peels. And that is where we just put the palm on the side of the ball. So we use the palm of our guide hand and just peel back these fingers so you can see the space there. Same drill. Lay down on our back. Get it nice and balanced in our hand, palm. And that's peels. So we have the standard version, we have OTB rocks, we have OTB peels. And then the last one is what we call OTB triggers. And so, Stelz, if you want to come around this side, in this particular movement, we're going to really focus on initiating the shot with this elbow punching up through the ball and transferring energy to our wrist for our follow through. And notice that I'm setting my tricep all the way on the ground here. And it's difficult for me. This is really awkward and there's tension in my wrist right now. There's not great hand placement when I'm at 90 degrees. But if I just relax this and let the ball come back towards my shoulder, it's much easier to balance it. It sits on my hand very easily. And now I want to make sure that I get my guide hand on the side. And if you're working on peels or rocks, you can combine triggers and rocks, or triggers and peels, obviously. So I'm going to just practice with peels here. And now then, once I'm in this position, I'm just going to take this elbow, fire it up through the ball, and follow through. Catch it.
couple more. And one thing I want you to notice is I'm not taking this arm and really trying to fire to full extension and getting my elbow locked out and my shoulder coming off the ground. That's more of a throw, and we're getting activity in our shoulder that we don't want. We're really working on this punch, and it's nice and easy through the ball, just flopping the wrist over. Notice the backspin, making sure we just punch that up through the ball. So those are the variations. Let me talk about just a couple of things to keep an eye on as you're shooting these. One, if you're shooting on the backs, especially these triggers, and the ball is consistently going back behind you, one thing you might look for is whether you're getting your follow-through, your wrist through the ball quick enough after your elbow punch. You know, sometimes a lag in the wrist will let the ball go this way. Similarly, if you're seeing the ball going the other way, a couple of things that could be happening is you could be pancaking a little bit. The ball might be too far down in your hand, so that when your elbow goes, your forearm's acting on the ball a little bit more and it's going this way. And then the last thing you want to look for is any side spin. Any kind of dead ball, knuckleball, or side spin. That may be a sign that either your guide hand's getting in there or you're not pushing through so that your fingertips are driving through the ball at the end. So that's been OTB series. Thank you to Stella for running the camera today. Thank you for watching. Keep practicing. I hope that really helps you out.